Good evening everybody, welcome back to Contest of Speed Tier 3. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator for this evening. Sat alongside me as always is Matt.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hello, we are live from Sao Paulo, Brazil, well near Sao Paulo, Brazil, for round 20, the penultimate round of the Tier 3 Championship in Contest of Speed. All the guys looking to get themselves some final points before the final race of the season at Silverstone next week. The championship can be wrapped up today. Cookie leads the championship by, is it 12 points?
It is 13 points.
13 points over his teammate Rosa. So those two are the ones to go for at the moment. They're the ones battling. Mercedes of Thomas, how far back is he, Matt?
He is 33 points behind, so essentially needs a miracle.
Yeah, Thomas needs a double win, if we're being brutally honest, because it's going to be unlikely that both McLarens DNF in both races. And speaking of which, I believe he is the first man out on track. Indeed he is. So we'll ride with him as we head around. Let's do some housekeeping for tonight. Missing drivers. We've got Millsies in the Williams, he's not here tonight. Timo is not here for the rest of the season. He's had a situation at work, which means he's not going to be available. Steve is on holiday. No, he wasn't. No, he was livid. But obviously, as we always say, work, school and family comes first. Racing comes second. So we hope that his work isn't going to be too bad for him. Steve is still on holiday, sunning himself, so he'll be getting a reprimand.
Steve is here.
Steve's here. Steve's here! Yes, he is!
Just seen it.
Excellent!
Come on track.
So in that case, we're missing... Remcon's just not appeared. Not sure why.
Maybe because he's got a quality ban with that
Maybe. It doesn't matter, it'll pass over to Silverstone if he doesn't serve it today, but we'll see how we go. He might turn up later on, you never know.
He'll turn up probably during quality.
Yeah. So I think that's it, because Justin's not racing anymore. No, there's someone else missing. Connell's on holiday. That's it. Connell's on holiday. He is.
Coming out there. Beautiful place, beautiful places.
Blades has subscribed, or resubscribed I should say, and in doing so he says it's dry all the way.
Quick, I've got to get this one in. Titchy owes...
Yes, Twitch, he does, he owes us a gifted sub to somebody.
Twitchy owes a
Twitchy?
Well, that's what you mean, he said. I'm very kind of tired.
He's got a quali ban himself, hasn't he, after last week, so...
Yes, because he didn't...
He misbehaved slightly under the terms of his original ban, but...
Yeah, that was... It was a long report.
Certainly was. Cookie goes fastest there, 108.1. Thomas in second place after his banker with a 108.6. This is not looking good for us tomorrow.
No, it's not. Cookie's also 2 tenths quicker than the time he set last season.
Joy of joys. We've got a Ferrari going slowly. Let's jump across and have a look at Pure Blades. He's out on a lap at the moment. Powering for the line.
3,000ths of a second! Sorry,
Blades goes into P7, 109.4. Solid banker lap for him. Here's Ricky. Just starting his lap. Let's ride on board with him. A man of great experience. Had a very good result last week, although it marred in certain controversies. But we'll put that behind us. New weekend. New race, new week.
Move on. Quick.
It's looking good so far from Ricky. He's got a car ahead of him. We'll hope they get out of the way. And that is the Haas, I believe, of Pure Blades. And Blades does get out of the way, albeit in very unorthodox fashion. But he's done what he needs to do. Ricky now coming through. He's got one proper turn to go. Misses the apex slightly, but he carries good speed. Takes some curb on the inside, that's not going to help him. A very tight line. 109.1 for Ricky, puts himself into P7. Solid lap for the Welshman.
Lots of bankers.
Certainly looks that way. Forza Fredo, I think he's coming around just to finish his, or is he...
Oh, wow, Ethan. Rosso had a massive twitch on.
Yeah, Forza Fredo's bailed out of his lap, must have invalidated, and he's into the pits. Let's see if we've got... Let's see what the chat...
So Cookie's already 2 tenths quicker than what he did last year.
C2 Reverse in the chat saying good afternoon from the US, good evening from the UK. Reverse, it's good to have you with us. We've got Alp in here, Mitch in here.
It looks a lot warmer in Brazil than it does here.
That's certainly the case, yeah. Steve saying his car feels bad. I mean, you've not set a time yet, mate, so it would certainly seem that way. KV has resubscribed. That's his 5th month of subscription. Thank you very much, KV. Although I would consider concentrating more on your racing tonight, if I'm honest.
He's done bad, I know, he's in 5th. He's done nothing wrong yet.
Well, you know, he might be first if he'd not done that.
If he's first, then we need to probably drug test him.
No, the man's got some pace, alright.
He has got pace, but I mean, this is Cookie.
That's true. Kelsterberg then in the Renault, either coming around to build up for a lap or on his out lap. So he should give it the beans now. Indeed, he has. Mode 5. And the Mercedes boys look like they're working a tow down the far side of the track. Yeah, they are. Thomas giving one for Cygate.
What, really? Oh, and Thomas has run wide.
Is that an invalidation?
Yeah.
And then he gets out of the way of his teammate. Stay on board with Kelsterberg though for now. Give the Renault man some airtime.
Whether they did it work, because he's a 10th and a half up.
Yeah, it's... So it's a very short track here in Sao Paulo, so little toes like that can make the difference. Cookie, 107.8. That is a monstrous lap time.
I knew that was coming.
That is absolutely huge.
I mean, I would be like, oh, well done, congratulations, but to be honest, it's got to this stage of the season where I'm not really surprised anymore.
No, I'm not either, to be honest with you.
So to put it in perspective, in one season he has gained 6 tenths of a second.
That's fairly impressive.
That's why he's going to be in Tier 1 next season.
Oh, Tichy has gifted his sub and Alp has got it.
Yeah,
Alp's the lucky man. Well played, Tichy, and well scored, Alp, getting in there first. Fantastic stuff.
Sorry, I had another visit from the SWAT team.
Fair enough.
You know,
well, it happens, doesn't it? So let's ride on board with the man who's just gifted the sub. He's backing out of his lap.
Oh, that's an interesting little time I've just seen there.
Is that Kelsterberg's?
Yeah, just under the radar, isn't it? Yeah.
109.3 on the mediums.
That time can be appreciated. That is. Is it fairly close between both strategies? Does it matter if it's?
I'm not entirely sure. I think because it takes the soft such a long time to go off, massively anyway, I don't think there's any advantage to running the reverse. However, there's no harm in it either.
Wouldn't be, with that logic then, wouldn't it be better to run it in the second half then, when it's lighter fuel load, so the tyres actually could probably go a little bit longer?
Possibly. It depends on the cars around you and whether or not you think you're going to lose time to them.
I've said this, I'm not trying this way.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to think though, if you take the delta into account, which is around 6 to 7 tenths of a second, he would be down with the KVs and the Mozzas in terms of his pace. See, he might come back up for another lap on the soft yet, you never know. Tichy meanwhile is 2 tenths up, he's pushing for one of those top 3 places, maybe even for second to get ahead of Thomas. We'll see what he can do. DRS opens, the final isn't straight to go. Hits the line with a 108.4, puts himself into third.
Yeah, that's
as
more like it.
Rosa just ahead of him took second away.
That's better from Rosa. There's still probably a couple tenths to find, maybe.
Yeah, but he's got himself near the front where he needs to be.
Yeah. Like some Muzzer, KB, Tichy and Rosa will probably going to be around the 108.2s, 181s.
Yeah, I think you're right. Getting a lot of yellow flag warnings, but no actual...
Yeah, it's people slowing down. The game thinks they're slowing down in a really weird place, so I have to stick out a yellow flag.
It's more the fact it's not appearing on the mini-map, which is a little bit...
That's right, I got you.
Yeah. Right then, KV now, the next man. Starting his lap through the centre S's. Hits the second DRS zone and is on his way now towards turn 4. And the sector 1 split, he's marginally down but matches his first sector more or less.
Down into gear 1, that's an interesting way of doing things.
Who's that and where from?
That is Cygate, and that was into turn... Got the track map in front of me.
Is that turn 10?
That was turn 9.
Ah.
Briefly went down into first gear. Very strange.
Might be running a low downforce setup, we never know. KV's keeping pace at the moment, but he's still marginally down. He needs a really quick final sector.
Nice Ricky run out.
No, he's bailed out. He's bailed out.
Cygate improved.
Kelsterwagen is on an outlap and is on the soft tyre.
So if he's where he should be, he's probably going to be, well, he's going to be Cygate, Fredo, Ricky kind of range, maybe towards KB and Muzzer.
Yeah. Cookie's just come out for another run at it, so we'll see what he can do.
Want to go quicker, just to rub it in? Or?
Yeah, I think he is. He's trying it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Alp's making a good point in the chat. This is the problem with the reverse strat nowadays, is how unpredictable safety cars can be. However, with this track though, if you can get 12 laps in or so on those medium tyres, you could double stop in 2 stop for softs until the end. So it's not necessarily a bad tyre to start on here.
Yeah.
Because it prepares you for a late safety car and an early one.
You're gonna have to. You are going to be quicker, but you're going to lose out on that pit stop again.
Possibly, but depending on when you get it, you might actually gain a pit stop advantage over the guys around you. If they all stop lap 12 for mediums and you stop, and the safety car comes out lap 13, 14,
Kelso's going to have to go again.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have time though. Yeah, he's coming in.
Yeah, he's got time. Don't forget they're about 40 seconds.
That's true.
The time on our screen is 40 seconds faster than what it actually is.
Yeah. Roz is on his way out to try and get back ahead of Thomas and then maybe even attack his teammate, who, meanwhile, is coming around towards the Sector 2 split. We'll see how he's doing. He's matching his time at the moment. I think he lost a little bit of time in that middle sector getting past Ricky.
Mazza went for a lap, but
he's pushing for it. Cookie's going for it.
He's going for it!
And he's improved. Albeit by 18 thousandths, but he has improved.
So Mazza's going to go again. He invalidated in the centre assets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ricky needs to improve his time because he's currently on 2 lap old softs as his best.
Yeah, that he does need to improve. And if he's in, is he in the pits or is he going for it? He's going for it, isn't he?
He's on a lap.
It's right on board then. A lot of guys coming out of the pits to have another run at it. They're going to be cutting this one fine, even with the timer glitch. And if my maths is correct, Steve will be the last man across. So
Dan Hilton into 110. Lovely jumper.
And I think Roz has backed out of his lap. He has. Yeah, he has. He's allowed Tichy through.
Mazza's close behind.
Here comes Ricky though, to the line now. 108.8. He does improve marginally, so he will have a fresher set. If he stays in the top 10, there's Blades and Kelstervag who's managed to get out again. Also Steve and Dan Hilton who could beat him.
Mazza's ragging this child. He's back down. Did think he would.
Kelstervag to start his lap. Cookie's happy with his time. Not that he could come out again.
So Mazza's not going to improve. So
we're riding on board with Kelstervag, who's just gone across.
Yep,
We've got
up to the first sector.
Steve. Blades improves just behind Ricky. Just over a tenth between the two. And Steve, I think, is the last man across the line. Or did Rosa make it across again? No, Rosa made it across again, I think.
Yes.
And he's pushing, so Rosa will be the last man. He just needs to make sure that Blades gets out of his way.
Cavy's up again, purple middle sector 2.
Good man. Kelstervag's up as well, as you'd expect.
At this moment, he's going to put himself between maybe Rosa and Tichy.
Here we go, Kelstervag. Can he knock Ricky outside the top 10?
Some call me a genius.
No, he can't. Not quite enough there for Kelstervag to knock Ricky off his perch. So, Pure Blades, is he pushing? No. We've got a Ferrari coming. Is that... That's none of them. Tichy's coming into the pits. So Steve is the next man across.
Half Rosa got a toe off the hash.
Steve set a time, but not a massive one. And Rosa goes back into second place. And is the last man across. So what's happened to Ricky? Saw a stricken racing point there on the exit of turn 5.
Did you?
Yeah.
See nothing.
I wonder if he's lost it into the wall on the exit of turn 5, done what Cavey did last season.
Look, I wasn't going to mention it. Now you've just done it. Well done.
Sorry, we won't do it again.
Yes, he has. I've just seen
Oh, Blades has gifted Tichy a sub.
Oh.
Good man. And Steve said he forgot to put his fuel in max. He had it in standard for the whole lap.
Oh,
You idiot, Steve.
Muppet.
You'd have had yourself up there with the Mozzers and the Titchies if you'd not done that, you weapon. So there we have it then. Eat the Cookie on pole again. He'll be looking for his... Is it his 4th or his 5th Cos Grand Slam this evening? 4th. We'll go with 4th. His teammate Rosa and main championship rival is close behind, followed by the outsider Thomas in 3rd. So the 3 championship protagonists lead the way on the grid as we get ready to go racing in Brazil.
Look at the battles, the mini little battles we got for the championship positions. Titchi's going to try and probably cement 5th. And we've got Raycon and Stumpy clashing out. Sorry, Sygate, Raycon and Stumpy clashing out P6. 8 points separated. And then P9 down is Justin 47, Muzzer 44, Fredo 33, Ricky 33, Remcon on 29, but he's not here tonight, and he was coming on 17. So we've got a few little cheeky little battles going on.
We've got a couple going, haven't we?
Constructors is pretty much done. As we know, McLaren are the constructor champions.
Yes.
Mercedes going to be 2nd, Alpha probably going to be 3rd because they're 33 points ahead of Red Bull. And it's Red Bull and Ferrari really, 10 points apiece.
Okay. So let's see what the strategy is like. We'll have telemetry on, and tyre choices. Everybody is on the soft tyre with the exception of Kelseberg, who is going for the reverse and is on the mediums.
Shall we play down the scenario then?
Yeah, let's. I'll let you go for it. You've got the results ahead in front of you.
So, if we were correct as we discussed earlier, if Cookie wins, Rosa has to finish 3rd or 4th with fastest lap to stay within the championship.
Yep.
Anything else gone, title's over. Cookie going to Silverstone and do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'll tell him that.
Some say he's going to be on the wheel.
Some say indeed. So as we wait for the guys to go back around to the grid, if you want to get your predictions in, Alp's already on it. He says Titchy, Cookie and Rosa. And he says go AM tier commentators. I'll tell you what, if Titchy can get the win here, I think he'll be thrilled.
Limbs.
Yeah, there will be limbs.
Forget the qualifying limbs video. There'll be a whole new world of limbs going on in that party.
Who do you think, Matt?
I could go boring. If I'm being boring, it's going to be Cookie. Cookie, then probably Thomas and Rosa. But I would like to see Rosa probably win it and then possibly Thomas go ahead of Cookie. But
I'm going to go out there and say Mozza for his first win. But we'll find out soon as we get ready. The lights go out. And we are away in Brazil. It's a good start from Cookie. Manages to hold off Rosa and Thomas into turn 1. Thomas is going to have to defend from Rosa to try and take the position back. There's a bit of a pile up there. Rosa runs wide, but it's a clear run away for Cookie and Thomas. Rosa's been swamped by the midfield, and we've got an Alpha in the wall. Stumpy's gone. Big shot.
Big crash. KB and Muzzer.
Yeah, and that's my prediction's gone. Muzza's gone.
Well done. That's why I didn't want to say his name.
KV's wounded. I think we'll have to. How we've not had a full safety car after that, I never know. Steve, meanwhile, lightning start for Steve up to P6. Great job from him. No wing damage either. Sygate.
He's ignored yellow flags, and so is Fredo. We've both got 5 seconds.
Yeah, they will be able to get those removed, I think.
Well, depends what it was, because I think
Yeah.
someone's off the track. KV's dropping places like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but he's... we've got wing damage on Sygate's car. Tichy's got away damage free. Roz has managed to salvage his start and keep third.
So Raycon's not got any damage, but KV's got no wing whatsoever, that's why he's so far down.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if... Yeah, Ricky's still got his wing. Blade's up to P8. Great start from him, and he's kept the nose clean.
I'm surprised Sygate's still where he is. He's got wing damage on the right hand side.
Yeah. Forza Fredo's kept his nose clean. Kelstavag the same. Dan Hilton as well. Same with Raycon, and KV is in the pits for a nose change, but he's got to serve his 5-second penalty.
Oh, look at the race direct just to clear things up. So, oh my word. Sygo got a 5-second time penalty for severe collision with Stumpy. KV got one for Muzza. Tichy got one.
Oh, Dan Hilton's out. Dan Hilton's lost it.
Well. I've just seen the safety car leave the pits.
Oh, KV has been saved.
Fredo's got a 5-second for Tichy. Sygo's got another one for Fredo. Steve's got one for Ricky.
Oh no, KV's going to get caught behind the safety car here.
Can he not overtake the safety? He's going to let him through, innit?
Yeah, just let him through. He's gone. And it will pull over now and wait for the race leader.
So that's going to be annoying for Cookie because he got himself out of
DRS range, but he will have 2 laps to get there again.
In, which is good because he's taking the opportunity to change that wing.
Connell cheering on his teammate Blades. We've got George JT cheering on Ricky. Sygate's in the pits for the hard tyres and a new nose. And he'll probably, yeah, he will. He'll still come out ahead of KV. So, a very dramatic opening few laps then here in Brazil, but crucially the 3 championship contenders are still in the race, damage free and at the front together.
Somehow. Steve the big mover, up 8 places.
Yes, I should have put position change on.
Blaze is up 5, Raycon's up 5 on the back. KV's the big loser.
Yeah, he is, but we've seen him do miracles with tyres before.
Unfortunately, Dan Hilton, Muzza and Stumpy already got down to 12.
Yeah. Stumpy, the first man to go, caught on the exit of the S's on turn 3. Muzza on the way down towards turn 4 got caught in a bit of a pincer movement and put into the wall, and Dan Hilton, by the look of things, lost it on the exit of turn 5. Speared across the track and put it into the wall. Look, well, we've all seen it before. When you hit that curb on the outside of 5, you're a passenger.
I've not done it this week, so I don't know how that works or how that goes about.
You drift. The thing is, you're alright to hit the curb. I think it's just over it. There's a little bit of AstroTurf, and if you go on that, it's good night Vienna. Like you're straight in the wall. And the thing is, the speed you carry on the exit of that corner, there's no way you're surviving the impact.
Let's have a look at the tyres. Sygo's gone for the hard, so he's going to go to the end. Easily.
Yeah, he will make it to the end. The hard here will do a full race distance. However, he will be incredibly slow, especially early in the stint. So he'll be hoping for another safety car later on, where he can bolt the soft tyres on and go again. KV meanwhile has gone for the mediums, so he will be expecting to stop again, more than likely for the softs, as the medium tyre will happily do 2/3 of the race distance. So I would suspect the safety car will be in this lap. So we ride on board with Eat the Cookie. We cross the line. Yes. Safety car is in this lap. Cookie now takes control of the field as we enter sector 3.
That's where he's going to fault.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful because the safety car needs to enter the pit lane before he hits the gas pedal. Otherwise, he's going to get held up and we see an incident like we had with Matrix in Azerbaijan. So the safety car is in the pits now. He can go when he's ready. And he's gone. Cookie's gone. Right on board with Thomas, who's had a good restart as well. He's closing in on Cookie. Rozza's staying there as well. Further back, Ricky's on the move. Trying to attack Steve, who cuts the nose well. Twitchy nose there from the racing point, as we can see. Yeah, Steve's missing the end plate. He's losing an end plate on the back of Titchy's car. The Alpha looking vulnerable though. Steve going on the attack. Thinks better of it, especially with that wing damage, and holds Ricky at bay. Blades under pressure from Forza Fredo though.
Won't go down the inside of 6, I was going to say.
Blades under big pressure from Forza Fredo. Kelstervac behind him in P9 though on those mediums. He's looking in a very good position at the moment, especially if it keeps going like this. Meanwhile at the front, Cookie's trying to pull away, but he's still got this train behind him.
There's a gap between Titchy and Steve.
Yeah, over a second there. Titchy's put the hammer down. Mozz's in the chat. He is not happy. I'm sorry, Mozza. I think I might have commentators cursed you. Just a little bit.
Have you got that from Two Spell or something?
Oh no, I'm nowhere near Two Spell's level of sabotage.
Down the inside. Oh, Blades. Blades is going to hang it though there. It's close.
Blades has compromised his exit. He's going to be under pressure from Kelstervac here. Great view there from Codemasters for the first time ever. And let's look at the back. Little bit of a nudge from Kelstervac, pushing him round that corner. All's good though at the moment. No position changes near the front. Titchy dropping away from the front three. Steve, now the man with that wing damage, is forming the train. DRS will become available. Guys like Blades just need to keep their cool.
So this is helping Titchy.
Yeah, it is. Titchy's going to get himself into that position. It's the position I like to be in, where there's no one around you. You just concentrate on your own race and put the hammer down.
Perfect position to pick up any pieces because the front three are going to go at each other.
They certainly are. Roz has dropped out of DRS to Thomas as well. He's losing ground to the front three, or the front two rather. I should say. Cookie, 3 fastest laps on the bounce.
Yeah, Blade's going to get done here into turn 1 again.
Yeah, but DRS will be enabled, so Blades runs wide onto the grass. He's not. Oh, and he's round. He's done a Verstappen and a knock on, and he's collected KV in the process, who's got more wing damage.
See, they did it so well. Him and Ricky did it so well the first time. Meanwhile, Fredo around the outside of Steve has lost 2 places.
He's going to hold on for it though with the battle of Fredo. And Fredo thinks better of it, but Steve's going to run deep with that wing damage. Fredo might get another chance. He's looking. He stuck the nose of that Ferrari in, but the Red Bull came across and covered well. Forza Fredo at the moment, the man on the move. He used a lot of his battery, but he's sticking with it.
That shows you how much it's affected Ricky's race. He's 3.5 seconds now behind Titchy.
Yeah, and not closing in if I read into
Thomas
that correctly.
responds.
Does new fastest lap for Thomas with DRS assistance. Forza Fredo though going to go for it round the outside of Steve. He's squeezed onto the grass, but he might get the switch back through the S's here.
KV's in, and I'll suggest it's going to be Haas.
No, he'll got another set mediums. Oh no, he's gone Haas, you're right. Haas to the end then for KV.
Goes as well.
Oh!
I call the end of it.
That might be another safety car. No, it's a VSC. With that one, Forza Fredo was doing a little bit of weaving there. I don't know if Kelstervac... I know he survived the accident. Somehow he survived the accident. No front wing on that Renault at all. But I wonder if Fredo came back across and clipped the wing there of Kelsterberg and his Renault.
I can't help you on that one.
That's it. We only saw the back end of it on stream. I think it looks like that's what's happened. Either that or Kelsterberg's reacted to him coming back across and lost the car.
Cookie's in. So is Thomas.
Jeff's been on the radio. Let's see what they go to. Cookie's coming in for... Thomas is in for the hard tyre, I believe. Yep. Cookie's in for mediums.
There is enabled green again.
And it's only the leaders who've come in. They're the only two, and they're now on alternate strategies. Thomas will go to the end. Cookie, I imagine, will have to stop again. Kelsterberg is in, of course, to repair the wing damage. Hard tyres going on the Renault. KV, I don't know if KV's been in.
Went in again, didn't he? Because he got collected by the
blades. Yeah.
Not saying it was entirely Blade's fault, but
no.
It was his,
Blaze went for a bit of a Verstappen on Ocon, didn't he? Assuming that there wouldn't be a car there.
I don't know. I think he was entitled to defend it. Because I think he was trying to do what he did with... Was it Ricky did earlier? And they managed to go side by side quite easily. They thought he'd be able to do the same.
Maybe, yeah. It's got the nose chopped.
Pushing Steve through.
And here he comes. This should be the move done, but Raid's closing in as well. He's going to go for the Alonso move.
Oh, that was always closing.
Oh, and the two teammates close each other off. Steve's going to have DRS to attack Forza Fredo. But with that wing damage, it's not going to be enough for him to be able to hold it, particularly around the outside. And Raycon now is back on the gearbox of these two.
Oh, Tichy ran deep. He's trying hard.
And Steve lets his teammate go. Sensible stuff there. Raid can now go and chase down his compatriot and look to go and get 4th place.
Oh look, Blades is in front of Cookie. Oh.
How difficult will he make it, do you reckon?
I mean, I don't think he was
Blades, it's for position, man. You're not getting lapped. So the thing is, if he makes this difficult for Thomas now, then it's not fair.
Do you know what? I don't think he meant to let him through there.
Steve's in. Steve is in.
He put a wheel on the grass, to be fair to.
Yeah.
It just compromised him massively. If you let him buy into turn 1,
yeah,
or
you
if
can
he
get
was
it.
going to go down the inside of turn 1, that's fair enough. But meanwhile, Ricky's struggling.
Yeah, he's dropping away significantly from the leading pair.
He hasn't got damage, has he?
No, I don't think so. I just don't think he's got the pace. He's been caught by Forza Fredo, who at the minute is... It's got... Oh, Steve! And that is in the... That's in the pit entry, or exit rather. That's where he's got caught there. And it's...
No, he's not. Is it?
Yeah, because it teleports you back out onto the track. We were talking to some of the lads earlier. They said someone was going to do it, and it's Steve that's been caught out.
All I'm going to say is good that ghosting exists, or KV would have been killed.
To be fair, I think KV might have welcomed it, the race he's had so far. Rosa and Tichy are in under the VSC. This could work out perfectly for them.
Ricky's in as well. That's probably... Oh, Fredo's done him! Fredo's done him into the pits!
Good man, Forza Fredo. Great overtake. We didn't catch it on stream. Oh, but he's got 5 seconds to serve. Ah, so unfortunate. And let's have a look at the guys on the pit exit.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Rosa and Cookie. Rosa's not quite got them both, but he is right back on the tail of the two championship leaders.
Sygate's out in front, and he's already stopped and go to the end.
Go on, Sygate, yeah. Great job from the lad. Tichy's back out as well, Ricky, and then it's as you were. Forza Fredo unfortunately drops back behind all of them.
Bloody's coming for mediums.
Yeah. But if Fredo's pace on the softs is indicative in any sense, he'll be able to go and fight Raidcon, Ricky, and probably Tichy, actually.
Interesting, there's a few drivers out on the hards, a few drivers out on the mediums.
Yeah, no soft runners at the moment. To be expected though, that, if we're honest, at this stage of the race.
Oh, just Cookie's eating into Sargate's lead like it's nothing. I just find it strange that Thomas went conservative rather than...
Yeah, but Thomas now can guarantee himself getting to the end. Cookie, I think, will have to stop again. I don't think he can risk it, because I mean, how many laps is he going to go? 28 laps. I think that's just a little bit too far.
Anyway, Raikkonen's got past Ricky to turn 1. Ricky's going to fight back, go down the inside into turn 4 with the DRS. Thank you very much. Job's a good one.
Yeah, and he's through. I need to keep my eye out for overtakes more. I'm missing a fair few.
Don't you worry.
Rosa closing in on Thomas. If he can get in front, will do his championship no harm whatsoever.
Thomas has dropped off. So yeah, hard tyre's not working at the moment. Ray's got past Ricky. Round the outside of turn 30. Ricky only runs into the back.
I wonder whether Ricky's gone for a bit of a tactical play there to give himself DRS.
Well, if he has, then it's not really worked at the moment. Because he's too far back.
Indeed it has. So if it was a plan, it's backfired. If it wasn't, he's not taking advantage of what he had.
Got out of shape.
Yeah, we'll ride on board. Yeah, he is. He's too far away.
Meanwhile, Cookie, Thomas, Cookie inside.
Yeah. McLaren all over the back of the Mercedes. This should be an easy move into turn 1, I think. With DRS assistance.
Here's Mercedes under pressure from McLaren. With Mercedes under pressure from McLaren. That is 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah. Tichy in a world of his own at the moment in P5.
He's just got to do the simple stuff well. That's all Tichy's got to do.
I think we could see, well, we'll definitely see a change of leader. Cookie looking to the inside. Saget is not going to fight it. He knows that's not it. He knows that's not his race. Good job from Saget though, keeping up the pace at the moment.
Yeah, because I expected Thomas to actually be near him. He's really near him.
No, although he is trying to defend from Rosa at the moment, so maybe that's got a hand in it. Ricky, meanwhile, is dropping away from Raidcon. Tyres would suggest as to why, but Forza Fredo, I'm not sure. Is Forza Fredo catching?
Yeah, he is. He's clawing back at it, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Let's see Rosa there.
Is he closing in?
He's closing.
I'm not sure he'll be close enough, but we can give it a go. As long as he gets a good set of centre S's, might be able to get him into turn 4. I think he has though. I think he's got it. He might not be quite close enough, but he got a good drive. Yeah, it's not worth the lunge to not race 2.
Fredo's within DRS range of Ricky now.
And we'll close in further as we head towards turn 4. KV going well at the moment in P9 on what can only be described as a salvage drive for him after the first 4 or 5 laps that he had.
This is hurting me, Rosa.
Yeah, he needs to get clear.
It's going to hurt me even more in a minute when Thomas is getting within 1 second of Saigo.
Yeah. Rosa needs to get a move on. He needs to get through. It's all well and good saving that battery, but you've got to push it, man. Push it real good.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm staying with Rosa for the battle for third. I think he's going to go for it. He pulled, not quite.
And yep.
Yeah, moved on for the Ferrari. Rosa had a look, but he wasn't quite close enough.
He's going to get him back, yeah.
He'll give it a go. Fredo forces him to the outside. And squeezes wide. Aggressive defending from Forza Fredo, but it's all fair in love and war. That's the kind of defending Ricky would be proud of. Great work from the American. He can now build on his good start to the race as we head towards the halfway point. Let's jump back to the battle for third then now. Rosa again. This is the closest he's been so far. 4/10 away.
Thomas
Thomas is in it with his teammate.
Needed to get it done. Oh, he's run wide as well.
Yeah, and Ethan didn't get the best drive off of turn 3, so he's not going to be in a position to attack towards turn 4. That drive off the S's is so important if you don't get it done in turn 1. And there goes Thomas, let through by his teammate. And Rosa's going to have to get past Cygate on the next straight, otherwise he's going to be in a world of hurt.
I would suggest it's going to be slightly easier.
You'd think so, but it's not been cornering speed that's been the problem for Rosa so far. It's been straight line speed and just getting close enough. And I'm just not sure. See, Thomas is already a second clear. Cygate pushing hard to keep in front of the McLaren, and I think he's going to do it. Rosa's miles away. It's absolutely miles away. So we both know he's a chilled out guy, but he needs to start putting himself under some pressure and getting this move done, otherwise he's going to be caught there and this championship could be over.
As it stands, it will be over because he's not got fast stat.
No. And Cookie has, and I think that could be that. This is the only battle going on at the moment. Forza Fredo has built a gap of over a second now to Ricky, so no DRS there. Unfortunately, because we've lost so many drivers already, we were at that point of the race where everything's a little bit dull.
Meanwhile, battle for third place. Oh, he's got close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but he just gets a little
No,
bit.
I don't think he does help. I think because Thomas is on the hard tyre, he needs to run away and really use the advantage that Cygate gives him. Which, yeah, should be. I think it's about to be over.
Mercedes, put it in a straight line. Jesus.
Yeah, Cygate defends the inside. Can Rosa make it stick? I'm not sure he can, you know. He's gone for the switchback, but Cygate's still there. Little bit of contact between the two. But Rosa has DRS to pull himself away, and that will be that. Third place is his. And now he needs to push. He needs to push now, get onto the back of Thomas. 2.5 seconds he's lost in that time behind Cygate.
Now it's going to be interesting to see that gap up front. Is it going to increase? And if it does, when is it going to stop and go the other direction?
Well,
This crossover happens.
okay, so 5.3 we'll say is the gap at the moment. We'll keep an eye on it for the next couple of laps. Rosa is outside of a second of Cygate, so he's not going to get attacked. He's clear. Sargate caught back up. Like you say, he's a bullet in a straight line. Rosa obviously focusing on the middle sector to gain his time. The gap for the lead is increasing at the moment. Cookie pushing away. Thomas working hard, but it's not enough to keep himself clear of that charging McLaren. Let's jump down and give some other guys some airtime then, while we've got a bit of a break in play at the front. Kelsterberg P11. Unfortunate early running in the session, but staying in there. All he needs is one more retirement or a mistake from someone, and he's in the points.
He's actually lapping at the same pace, if not slightly quicker on pace, if they're on a harder compound.
Yeah,
So
well, those mediums will be coming up to around about 25% wear now, which, give or take, is around half to, around about half the kind of wear you want to put on them around here. So maybe that's the crossover point.
Just what Tichy, Raid and Fredo all lapping about the same pace. We're about 4 seconds away from each other.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. No real battles to be.
If there's one that's going to happen, it's probably going to be Tichy closing ever so slightly on Sargate as those start.
Although his medium is going to start to go off in the next 5 laps or so he's not got long to do it, Robert. Excuse me.
Here we go. We've got some action.
Yeah, Kelsterberg and Blades. The battle for the last available point. Penalties may come into this.
I have a feeling this is going to be battle like it's going to be a victory.
I would agree with you. Yeah, both needing points. Blade's picking up a lot of points recently for him. He's been having some good results. Kelsterberg's been unfortunate, especially last week. Got spun around on the final lap and lost himself. I think it would have been P6.
Just going to check that, because I'm pretty sure he's got more points than that. Apparently Blaze has got 4 points.
Yeah, I think he's had an 8th, a 9th and a 10th.
Well, in that case then, that's more than 4 points.
Yeah, because he got points in China, points at Spa, points in Hungary.
I'm having a quick look. Well, we've got the time for once in Tier 3. Unheard of.
I know, normally we're action-packed, but tonight we're having to pull some filler out.
We've got time to actually sit down and have a look at some of these things that we don't usually get to discuss. He's had 2 9ths, apparently.
2 9ths.
China and Belgium.
I'm sure he got points in Hungary.
Apparently he didn't race in Hungary.
No, that was when he was asleep.
Yes, that was one. Problem solved. Just seeing the gap for Tichy go down to 2.9.
Yeah, Tichy closing on Sargate rapidly.
Keep an eye.
We are at the point now where the soft tyre would go to the end comfortably, so we may see the likes of Sargate come in for the soft tyre.
It's going to sound really stupid, but I'm just going to make sure that everyone's at this stock on. So.
Yeah. See, if I'm Sargate now, where does stopping bring me out?
Okay, there's a gap between 8th and 9th, Ricky and KV.
Yeah, I think it might bring him out just ahead of that though. It depends. How long is the pit stop here? Kelsterberg's round! Caught himself out under braking, clipped the back of Blades.
Oh dear.
Spun himself. No, he hasn't. He's all clear for that, but 3.5 seconds he's lost.
There you go, Blades. That's your warning. That's your warning shot.
That's the reprieve. Yeah, does anybody know how long the pit stop? How long the pit stop is around here? I'm assuming it's quite a long one. Got 24 people in the chat. If any of you know, is the mighty wizard in?
Neil, come on. You're a man of knowledge.
Do we see the wizard? The wizard is in. He was in the chat earlier. Whether he's still in? I know normally we go for 22 seconds, in which case it would put him
between Ricky and Kate.
No, it would put him just ahead of Forza Fredo now. Actually, no, now it wouldn't. No, it would put him between Fredo and Ricky now.
No, not if it's 22 seconds.
Yeah,
it's going to be 36, so he's going to be on KV. If it's 22 seconds,
he'll be on KV. Yeah. See, my math skills again. So yeah, he'd be on top of KV. So he's still in the points, and he'd be on the quickest tyre and probably the quickest man on track if he did it. So if I'm him, I'd go for it sooner rather than later.
Let's have a look then at how this is going to affect Sidegate's position in the championship as we're discussing him at the moment.
Okay, 10 laps to go here in Brazil.
It depends. He's got two ways of looking at this. He's got Raycon, is the driver behind him in the championship by 2 points. Stuff is unfortunately a dumpf. So you either take the risk, come in, think you can overtake the people again, or you stay out and see what happens, but it may explode.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's easy enough for us to give our opinions on strategy. We're looking at all the data we have available.
He's also on the field as well, I've just noticed that, and he's just picked up another penalty, and Titch is 1.7 seconds, 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, I think if I'm him, after picking that up and being, I'm low on ERS, I'm low on fuel, I'm picking up penalties, I'm lapping slowly, I've been on them for 24 laps, I'd come in for the softs now and enjoy myself to the end, but he doesn't want to leave it too late or he's not going to have time to attack everybody ahead of him. We saw with Rosa how hard it was to overtake. Although to be fair to him, Sidegate's car in a straight line is like a rocket, so maybe it won't be as difficult for him.
We've got the reviving Renault. He's back.
1.7 away from Blades at the moment.
He's back. Back for some more.
Sidegate's carries on. He's now getting to the point where he's going to stay out to the end or it's pointless coming in.
So Fredo's dropped off of these two. Raycon and Titch. Raycon's close slightly to Titch. It's only been half a second across the last 10 laps.
Yeah.
Titch is 1.5 seconds now behind Sidegate. So yeah.
See, when you take everything into account, Sidegate's going to lose out, I think, because Titchy will get him. I don't think there's any doubt in that. With 8 laps to go, well, yeah, 8 laps to go, and 1.4 seconds, the rate he's caught up so far.
I know we've been discussing Sidegate, and the other person that probably has this kind of dilemma is what we're going to do about Cookie.
Cookie is now at the point where he has to keep going. I mean, to be fair, Neil said earlier on that you could make it to the flag on the mediums from there. Personally, I don't think I could, but then again, I am known to myself to shred tyres, so see how he goes. I mean, he's got a big enough lead to warrant going slowly. He could lap a second a lap slower than normal until the end of the race and still not lose time to Thomas.
Yeah, I don't want to butt in, but Ricky's mounted a charge back.
Yes, indeed he has, and Kelstavag is in range as well, so we're getting some action towards the end of the race here in Brazil. Good stuff. Kelsterberg with the DRS on Blades.
Well, those mediums sliding. Teaches within DRS.
Yeah, we'll jump back across to him in a sec. Kelsterberg has not quite made that move stick. He wasn't close enough, but now he's right on the back. You can keep an eye on that one. I'm going to watch Tichy. DRS is open, closing in rapidly on Cygate. That rocket of a Mercedes not quite got the grunt to keep itself out of the way of the Alpha. And Tichy's had a great drive off the centre S's. This could be 4th place gone. Cygate defends, Tichy sells him the dummy. Sets the fastest first sector in doing so, but doesn't make the move stick. Meanwhile, Kelsterberg at the back of the field, going for that final point. As Blades learnt his lesson from the incident earlier on, indeed he has, he defends the inside. And Kelsterberg's forced to go around. Blades holds it for now, but he won't have much of a defence down towards turn 4. Got a better drive off the corner. Do you know, I think he's going to keep it. Great job from Blades. Keeps the position. Meanwhile, Tichy.
Meanwhile, a certain individual decides to get another fastest lap.
Yes, he has. Ricky's charge has faltered slightly.
Tichy's going to get Cygate. He's got a better run out of the last corner.
Yeah. Tichy's going to get him. He's going for it round the outside. Sets the fastest final sector of anybody. And makes the move round the outside. Great move from Tichy. Cygate though on the undercut. Gets him back round the outside and will have DRS to run away with. Great work from the Dutchman in the Mercedes. Tichy though with the toe. Cygate will squeeze him wide. Great defending from Cygate, doing himself a favour.
Meanwhile, battle for the last point.
Battle for the last point again we go. Blades holds off Kelsterberg into turn 1 again.
He's gone a little, he's compromised his line just a little bit.
Yeah, he has. This is, I think this could be all she wrote. Kelsterberg matches him for the drive. DRS opens.
He's not though. It's not closed as quick as I thought.
He's gone for it round the outside.
Round the outside. Fair enough.
Great move from Kelsterberg. Takes the position round the outside of turn 4 and 5.
Cookie's gone fast again.
It's alright for some, isn't it? Just wait till next season.
Apparently he's still got life in the tyres,
yeah.
Even though they're 23 laps old.
Yeah, I think my assumption about their not being able to make it to the end was wrong. Tichy, meanwhile. Oh, that could cost him from the end of the race. 3 seconds for Tichy. He's disgraced the House of Riley.
Household will ring death upon you.
Yes.
Raycon is closing.
Yeah, he is. Tichy's being held by Cygate here. So maybe Rosa's troubles from earlier on weren't just a one-off. Maybe Tichy really is. So maybe Cygate really is just holding people up here and doing a cracking job of it.
Blades has been in DRS though again. That's some crumb of comfort. Both have got no ERS though. They've run each other into the ground.
Yeah, like we said, it would be 4-4 as if it was a win. What would the penalty situation be?
For
the last point, Kelsterberg and Blades.
I'll have a look. Neil is currently outraged. He needs to have someone to calm him down.
It's alright. Maybe Tichy can absolve his wrongdoings with a move round the outside of Cygate. He's gone for it. There's contact between the two. Cygate will have DRS to come back at him, but he's made that move stick.
The last point is for blood. The level.
Oh, fair enough. We'll keep an eye on that and those penalties then, see if anyone gets any more. Two Spell says that'll do. Well done, Tichy.
I'm gonna have a quick look.
Oh, Blades has picked up 3 seconds.
You fool!
There'll be some harsh words going off inside that helmet at the moment. He's going to be praying for Kelsovac to make a mistake.
Sygate's going to lose a position to Raycon on penalties.
Right, so we'll see what happens. Sygate not got DRS of Tichy at the moment, but he's quicker in a straight line, so we'll get it down towards turn 4. Raycon still at the moment not quite in range, 1.8 seconds behind.
Oh, is he? Oh, this is where I'm going to get confused because they had penalties at the start and it's whether they've served them. The 5 seconds.
Well, you should be able to see on the race director about the tyres, yeah? If the tyres have changed after the 5 seconds, they've served it.
Yes, they have. So Sygate and Raycon are actually level.
So they're level. So that then would be for
position.
Cookie takes the fastest lap. He's doing everything he needs to right now to secure that championship. Rosa, meanwhile, is doing everything he needs to just stay in the fight. He needs to win though next week.
Yep.
At this point,
we're going to the last round.
We are. Sygate is holding off Raycon. Tichy's pulled himself a second clear.
Oh, Ricky's not going to be quick enough to get up to Fredo.
No, Pompey Blue, thank you very much for following. We hope you enjoyed yourselves.
We've just had a little spark, haven't we, in the last...
We have. It's been a good end to the race.
I said Ricky was over. Ricky's just taken 6 tenths out of Fredo.
Yeah, I saw that. We've jumped to the Racing Point man.
2 laps to go.
I say that Cookie's about to start his final lap. We'll jump back to our race leader and our champion-elect at the moment. Comes through the centre S's for the final time. Sets to yellow. Blades is out at turn. That's at turn 5. We know what he's done there.
No.
We'll ride on board with Cookie and see if we can spot the stricken Haas.
Oh, all the hard work he's put in.
PS4, Pompey. It's we're on PS4, all of us. We've actually got over 100 drivers now, believe it or not, in the league as a whole. Across, yeah. Ah, Neil's on it. Good man. So Cookie then.
He's just outside the 1 second window. This is agonising.
He's not going to get it unless it's on penalties. Cookie, meanwhile.
I'm pretty sure we get it on penalties.
Yeah, Cookie, meanwhile, is on a charge. Pushing for the victory. He's got the. Isn't straight to go. Drives for the line, and Cookie takes the win in Brazil with another Grand Slam. Pole position, fastest lap, and the race win. Thomas comes home in second place. He'll be happy with that, even if it does mean his title charge is now over. Rosa comes home third to keep his fight alive, but he's going to need a miracle next week for it to come true for him. Tichy in fourth, great result for him. Raycon jumps Sygate with a 5-second unserved penalty, which may come under review, I'm not sure. Forza Fredo home in P7. Ricky and KV jump in with that 5 seconds, but again that might be another one that is under review. Kelsovac comes home in P10 and will take the final point after a well fought race. Can see he's happy with it, gets himself the point.
Tell you what, there's some abused tyres out there.
Yeah, there are.
Laps on some hards, 28 laps on some mediums.
Yeah, great job from the guys. So Cookie takes the win. His teammate in third and Thomas in second. That puts Thomas out of the championship running, unfortunately, but will secure him 3rd place, I believe.
It's
Yep.
not close.
Is he still in the fight for 2nd, or is that him finished for the season, really?
Let me work it out. Got just about in it.
I guess there's 1 point in it, is there?
Yes, 2 points, I think.
2 points in it. Alright. So the title decider will be the last race of the season at Silverstone next week. We will get the top 3 in for some interviews. We can have a chat to them if you want to get your mentions in for driver of the day in the chat. We said 10 finishers, so Tichy in 4th, Raycon 5th, Sygate in 6th, Ricky in 7th, KV 8th, Forza Fredo 9th, and Kelstavag in 10th. Your DNFs. Pure Blades with 1 lap to go. Dan Hilton,
Got it.
Stumpy, Mozza. It's very unfortunate for those guys, but what I will do now is put an ad on quick, and then I will get those guys in for a chat. So we will see you in a minute, everybody. See, aren't you good to me? Putting them all there, suggested. Good man.
So Fredo and Ricky have made ground today. With Muzzer out. It's going to be interesting next week.
Welcome back, everybody. Evening, you too. Hey. We'll just wait and see if Thomas joins before we start. If not, we'll get cracking. So, right, well, we'll go move on then. Yeah, we'll start then with P3. Rosa. Go on, talk us through the race. It looked like a quiet one after that first stint, with the VSC helping you out to get back in the fight, but got caught behind Sygate. It looks like.
You literally just summed up my race.
Yeah.
Virtual safety car got me back in the fight. I'd say more Thomas than Cookie. I don't know what it was about this race. I didn't have great race pace, to be honest. But yeah, I was keeping up with Thomas, and then obviously team orders them lot. Sygate did a brilliant job helping him out, and we just couldn't close the gap, and it was magical.
Fair enough, but you did what you needed to do. You've kept the championship fight alive. Next week though, you do need the win, and you need Cookie to have some unfortunate goings on.
Is that unfortunate?
Keep it interesting.
That's unfortunate, as in crash.
Yeah.
Why? How many? What?
It's 23 points.
Oh, very nice. Fastest lap included.
It is.
Oh. Very nice.
Yes.
Trying to let it in.
I am god awful at Britain though.
No, you said this about Brazil, man.
No, I lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's to say you're not lying about Silverstone?
Because I've
done
not.
an upsee.
Have you?
I've done a big upsee.
Go on.
What's the upsee?
No, I've done a monumental upsee.
Right, get on with it. Come on.
Well, kind of going to say that Cookie's kind of wrapped it up.
How's that?
What's the gap?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No?
Yes or no? I've got
I'm doing this on the fly here! Jesus Christ, I'm doing
God,
this.
man.
No, you know what? No, we'll just say it goes to next week then. How about that?
What do I
you wanna find
improve
out?
for?
No,
God!
Put yourself on the spot here, mate.
Yeah,
Matt, this is your time.
Cookie has officially...
No. I'm 24 points
Barring-
ahead, I think.
No, I don't think you are, mate.
I think
You were,
I am.
you were 23 points ahead before going into
No, 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 no. It
No,
was.
I was 13.
13
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
I can't do this. You put me
And
under
I've-
pressure. I don't
So
like
it's-
it.
And I've beat him by 11 points.
So it's 24 points.
So it's 24 points.
No, because 23 in front and then you beat him. Yeah,
No,
so it's
I
24.
wasn't
So yeah, so it's
23.
25. So it's 24. He needs 25.
Right. So I've not won, you donkey.
Well, you pretty much won.
Not yet.
Oh, faith,
You know
man.
what?
You know what? I'll take the 282 points you've already got away from me then. How about that?
I'm fond of a crash.
Oh, please.
Yeah, outside of cops on the AstroTurf, straight in the wall.
Look, yeah, straight away. Easy.
Just wanted to make
Easily
sure.
done.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. Gives us some drama. So, moving on then. We'll actually interview Cookie now properly, shall we?
No, I don't want to now.
No, you don't
That's
have
it,
to,
done
mate.
in the
I
street.
do, unfortunately.
It's not my fault you can't do math.
It's not my fault. You have a big ego that needs to be massaged.
No, right. I'm
Yes.
just trying to help you out. Oh, it's not to the channel was up then. That's fine. Not really streaming.
Cookie, I just want to put a point to you. Someone in the stream chat tonight, I won't name names,
Okay, yeah.
says that they think you'll crumble under the pressure and Rosa will win the title next week. What do you want to say to that person? Bearing in mind this has got to be PG.
I think it's a good assumption.
Who was it?
I'm not calling them out. I'm not calling them out like that.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Nope.
I won't tell you if you're right, but you can guess.
You won't guess who it is. Let's put it that way.
I'm just gonna say, turn up next week and we'll find out.
Oh, oh,
Challenge thrown down.
yeah. It's a great way. I think that's a good way to end the stream. Yeah, let's end it
No,
there.
you've not even asked me how I've been.
You got
ended
pole
it so
position,
well.
you cruised it, safety car came out, you pitted for mediums, you went to the end.
I would
Grandstand
like to
done,
say,
sorted, bosh.
no, it wasn't Grand Slam. Sygate was technically,
Yeah, but alright, you've done a cos grandstand.
no, because he was first for a lap.
Yeah, we changed it so that it was led from start to finish because of Cookie getting so many, to be fair.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I've got 3.
As I said, massaging the ego.
3. 2 in a row, mate. 2 in a row.
So, driver of the day votes. At the moment, the only one we've had in is for you, Cookie. So,
Cheers, pal.
we'll give it to you. Honourable mention for Sygate, though, for that strategy and his defensive driving, which I think we can all agree with.
Also, Thomas had some decent race pace today, and if he didn't pit for hards instead of mediums, I think we would have had a good little battle going on.
Kelswag, you can't vote for yourself.
You can. I vote for me. I still win.
I mean, thanks, Rosa, but I'm not driving. You can do that one tomorrow if you want.
Come on, calm down, son.
Wait, I'll vote for Custis. Did he do what good?
Got a point.
That point. Oh, they all count.
Oh, didn't.
1v1 versus Blades. The battle of champions.
I got driver of the day by Blades.
Don't know why.
So I know what you're all trying to do in the chat, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be dictatorial because I get final say on it, and I've already called it for Cookie.
Cheers, pal.
So
Next time, guys. Get him next time. Mission failed.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Watch that bit of copy strike for that as well.
Oh yeah, you watch. Oh, because I totally sound like the voice actor of Gaz.
Yeah.
But we will end the stream there, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to find out some more information about Contest of Speed, you can do that on our website. That's www.contestofspeed.com, and there's been a couple of people asking about it tonight. If you want to see some more of these guys racing, you can tune in for the season finale next week, Monday, 10 PM UK time. You need to come and see it. Either to see Cookie be crowned champion and hear the unbearable gloating that will come afterwards, or to see him bottle it and have the People's Champion Rosa claim the title. Tune in next week to find out. But if you can't wait till then, you can tune in tomorrow night, 10 PM UK time, and watch myself and Matt make fools of ourselves in Tier 2.
No, Matt is an underdog.
Wow.
Very underdog.
And you can tune in on Wednesday as well, where we will be having a tribute race to the late Charlie Whiting around Australia, with this weekend's opening race of the 2020 official F1 season in mind. And then on Thursday at 2 AM UK time, that's 9 PM Eastern, you can tune in and watch the Americas.
It's 1 AM.
Is it, oh, clock's changed.
It's 1 AM.
Yeah, it's 1
Thank
AM
you,
UK.
that's why you're
9
here.
PM Eastern.
9 PM Eastern, 1 AM in the UK. You can tune in.
America's tier commentator.
Yes, you can tune in and watch the Americas guys go at it as they head towards the back end of their season. They have 3 races to go. But that's all I have to say for tonight. Thank you all for joining us once again. Good night.